So what was the toughest thing about that experience? Was it the week leading up to, which includes, I guess, the COVID testing, the travel? Was it the fight, or was it the 2-week quarantine once you returned?
For sure, it was the 2-week quarantine after. Like, you're on the highest after a fight. Regardless of the result, especially if you have such a good fight, and people are talking about the fight. You're on a high. You're like, yes, I just had a good fight. People are talking about the fight. Yes, it's good. My stock's rising. But then to sort of be on a high and then all of a sudden come back straight to Australia and, be escorted in a bus, straight into a bus, right off the plane, and then straight to a hotel, it's sort of like, okay. And then you just literally just throw you in and keep you in there for 2 weeks. It's sort of depressing, because when you finally do get out of the 2 weeks quarantine, not everybody's asking you, oh, how was the fight? Everybody asking you, how was the quarantine? So it's sort of like, dampens it a little bit. So
and with the quarantine, was it one room for the three of you? Because I know obviously all the training that you guys were doing, you were all in the same room. Or did they give you separate rooms, or did they at least give you like a 2-bedroom kind of scenario? No?
Nope. It was literally us three in that small little room there with two double beds.
So, I mean, I know you're good with your team, but after the 2 weeks, was there a moment where you're like, all right, now I need a 2-week quarantine from either one of you? Just like, was there a snorer in the group? Like,
yeah, we all know who the snorer was. My coach. That's why I didn't. Neither one of us wanted to sleep next to coach, because he literally snores and will shake the bed. So, yeah. But the good thing about the whole 2 weeks quarantine is that we actually, we're very alike in a lot of things, not just our love for fighting, but we're alike, in a lot of aspects of life. And I think we just got along even more, and I think we just got a lot more closer and a little bit more intimate together, and like we've shared something like that now. So it's a cool experience. You can look back in life and be like, that's something we shared.
And how strict is the quarantine? Like, have they got? Because obviously we've heard what happened down in Melbourne, right? And that was like a total, mess up. But like up here, like, have they got guards on every floor? Yep. Or like, because even like going back to the KFC, like, is there a process to getting that KFC to you? Like, or is there like an outside, say, an Uber Eats driver that comes up and delivers it? Like, how?
It's literally the staff. So the Uber Eats, we were only allowed to get delivered one Uber Eats delivery a day for us. So we made it count. But yeah, there literally is just the staff getting given the whatever was given, and they just bring it up to the hotel room. But yeah, there was a security guard on every floor so that nobody would just leave. So it was a bit full on. But again, like being stuck in a room for 2 weeks, you can't blame them for wanting to just get up and leave,
And what were the rooms like? Were they at least a decent size, or? Because I know when you look, for instance, Arlene's doing hers right now, and she's got like Darling Harbour as the view and stuff.
And
like
and she's got like a nice open space. I honestly don't know why I ended up getting a room like that, where it was literally just one room with 2 double beds in it. But it is what it is. It's done now.
I mean, granted, she fought for the title, right?
But so but also like I've seen Jimmy Croots, I've seen Jamie Malarkey's, I've seen Rob Whittaker's and Bam Bam's. I've seen all their rooms, and all their rooms look, 10 times fold better than mine. So
I wonder if there is, like, if they get to choose, or if it's just luck of the draw.
I don't know.
I really do. And so who picks up the bill on that one? Do the UFC pick up the bill, or you expected out of your half purse now to pick up the bill?
Nah. Well, I haven't received any invoice or anything like that. It was just more so, like if I do receive it, my manager just ended up telling me, if I do receive an invoice, just to send it to him, and I think he'll send it to the UFC, and the UFC will look after it. So, yeah.
Well, you would hope so, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you've already had your pay cut in half, and then like you've got to pay your coaches and training partners and your manager, and now comes the Australian government, and they're like, they want the tax.
Yeah.
Let's not get it wrong. Like, your purse is taxable.
Yeah.
And then they still want their 3K, or no, it would be more because you had 3 people. So it'll probably be more like 5K.